Hey everybody, we're departing right now from LESU in Catalonia, Spain. This airport, again that's LESU, serves the Catalonia, Spain area as well as the Andorra area. Andorra is a microstate which lives in the eastern part of the Pyrenees mountain range. The Pyrenees border between France and Spain, and so the microstate Andorra lives in between them. And we just took off from that airport and we're going to fly around the Great Pyrenees mountains here. I can tell you about the Pyrenees. Like I said, they border between France and Spain. The mountain range extends 310 miles between where it merges with the Cantabrian Mountains all the way out to the coast of the Mediterranean to where it ends at the Cap de Cruz. I don't know if that's exactly how you pronounce that, but that's as close as I can get. The mountains have a max altitude of 11,168 feet. That's about 3,400 meters. This really is a beautiful area to fly here. I just want to kind of enjoy the scenery myself with you as we fly. Yeah, look at down there, it's so pretty. So this whole area has just recently been re-released within the Sim Update number 8, World Update 8, which includes the Spain area in Andorra, the Pyrenees Mountains, Gibraltar, and so forth. And I've flown a few of them so far. Wow, look at this. Oh, so pretty. You know, interesting thing about the Pyrenees is there's foothills on the southern side, the Spanish side, what they refer to as the Spanish Pyrenees. There's gentle slopes, so there's foothills there. But on the French side, the French Pyrenees, the mountains just end really, really abruptly and have a lot of really steep slopes, so there are no foothills, or very, very few foothills on the French side. But it borders completely in between the two, all the way. It's amazing. So I might fly the entire length one of these days. I know I'm going to come back with the jet. Because one of the things that stands out about the Pyrenees from like the Alps is there are very, very few usable passes that cross them. So it's a very solid border. It's not one that would actually be easy to cross by foot because there's very few passes. And the passes that do exist are all very, very high elevations. So it's really a neat area. I'm gonna give it a little boost. I don't know if you heard that, but I just turned on the nitrous. This is the Monster NXCUB, and it has nitrous oxide for 3 minutes. And I'm going to use it to push us up over this edge right here, because I got a feeling that we're going to see something really, really pretty once we get over here. And it's just going to be magnificent views. I don't know, I just have that feeling. Wow, look at that. And this is why I love flying in the mountains. To me, no matter where you look, it's beautiful views. I live in the mountains myself. Not mountains like this, but still mountains that have a very good reputation. The Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina is the area that I'm in. So we have a fairly respectable mountain range here. And I go out, if I go to the grocery store, I can see mountains. If I go to Walmart, I can see mountains. I'm in the mountains. I'm surrounded by mountains on all 4 sides of where I live. So even though I'm up very high myself, there's a lot of peaks. Wow, look at this. Wow. pretty. Man. Shut up here, just enjoy my flight. Okay, so I put my flaps up, yeah, okay. And down one notch until we get up here, just maintain that lift and get up and deal with some like, wow, look at this. I love flying in the mountains, and to me that's, I mean, what really can compare with this in virtual reality? No bills up here, no phone calls, no work, no responsibilities other than flying safely. And that's a responsibility that's really just second nature, so it's not like it's hard work. It's hard to pull myself away from these flights. It's just so incredible. Yeah, so like I said, the airport that we departed from, if you wanted to find this area, Lima Echo Sierra Uniform, LESU, Saya de Urgel, and it services the Catalonia, Spain. Wow, look at how pretty that is. Yeah, I'm going to come back here with my little microjet too at some point. And that will be down there, we'll be flying. Won't be seeing too much of the mountaintops, although I like the shaky here. Wow. That was a weird kind of sort of microburst there or something. I don't know. A lot of turbulence there, but well, maybe that's why I'm getting close to water. Man. Look at, well, there's a pretty place. Oh yeah, see, like that's an area I would get right down into that with the microjet, with the pocket jet. I forget what they call it. It's the 5BJ, I think. It's available at flightsim.to, and I know some people have said it didn't fly too well for them previously, but the developers made some changes and released an updated version. And I tested it out myself, and I think it handles absolutely beautifully. So I might do a video here again. Look at this. Man, what views in the mountains. And you know, it doesn't even matter what time of day you fly in the mountains. It's just always amazing the views you can get. So since the mountain range is only 310 miles, and most of the planes that I fly can do that easily, I might actually fly the entire length sometime. Maybe what I'll do is do two flights. I'll do one direction on the Spanish side, and then come back the other direction on the French side. And You just follow the range all the way. You can get a view of the two different sides. We're definitely doing it something quicker than the NXCUB. 310 miles. Yeah, so that could probably be done in some planes in a couple of hours each way. That wouldn't be bad. Check my charts here. Alright, well, I believe that we're getting fairly close to where my friend lives, and so we'll be landing there and just dropping off some stuff real quick, and then we'll continue to where my dream home would be. And yes, I'm just making this up because I have no real life, so I live a virtual life in my airplane. And I love it because, you know, it's flying. And I can't really fly, but boy oh boy, virtual reality is just amazing because I could get lost in here. In fact, sometimes I do get lost in here. Just ask my dogs. Look at this. Oh, I love that. I love just coming over the edge like that of a crest and just having a magnificent, magnificent view all the way down and all the way out there. Boy, oh boy, is it crazy. Beautiful. I get a spot that's marked as my that I marked out as what I refer to as my friends, but as my first landing spot is coming up here on the left. It's just on the top of the hill there. It's like the first level before you get to the top. And then not far from there is where I would have my dream home. And where pilots would always be welcome, because they would be about the only ones I could get up there to visit. There we go. Hey, not too bad, not too bad. Let's shut down for a little bit here. But not a bad view, huh? The house, there's actually houses or a house farm, I don't know, down to the right down there. Oh, you can't see it, it's, the wing is blocking it, but it's down there. And boy, what a secluded area this is. So, alright. So I'm going to move to the back seat here because I can fly from back there once the engine is started, can land and everything else from back there. So, of course, it's not meant to be that way. I think it's meant to be if you're training somebody, they can take over. But you have access to everything you really need back there to fly. So I'm going to move back there and we'll take off and fly to my dream home. Alright, so we should be good to go here. And alright, try and get over the trees, which is I need to get going pretty quick. Oh, I should have gone more over to the right. Hold on. Okay. I wasn't sure if I was going to have to kick in the nitrous oxide there. And I know I still have some of it left. I didn't use it all up. But like I said, yeah, you know, I got my throttle, my prop, make sure my stick here, make sure everything's working good, yeah. So I should be able to land and everything from back here. I don't know if I can put out a parking brake from back here. Huh. I don't think I can. I would have to lean over the seat for that, I guess. Oh, look at that. That's pretty low, that is. It's amazing, even though the altitude that we're at is relatively high, there's an awful lot up here. Right before the spot where I picked for my dream home, there's another big hill and sticking up, and on the top looks like hotels or something, or a hotel. I wonder what that is down there. It's kind of neat. Definitely get a good view in this plane to clear the skies, can't you? Oh, there's the radios. Well, good there. Fuel, so everything's looking good. Can you imagine living around here? I guess a lot. Oh, that was a little shaky. A lot of the rocks are granite on one end and different on the other. Oh, speaking of, I don't know how they do the age things, but supposedly the Pyrenees are older than the Alps. I have no idea how in the world you can tell that, because if you ask me, if you try aging anything over a couple of thousand years, you're only guessing because nobody was back there to validate what you say. So, but supposedly the Pyrenees are older than the Alps. And I guess they have a lot more waterfalls, like a lot more rivers that flow down in a torrential fashion than the Alps. So a lot more waterfalls. Looks like there's one over here on the right, actually. But yeah, flying around here, I've been seeing an awful lot of water. No big lakes, though. No big lakes. Okay. Oh, sorry. I was just making sure that the rudder linkage and brake links were still working. That's what those rods are between the front and back pedals, obviously. Like I said, I don't think it's meant to fly back here unless there's actually a pilot up front. But I thought it'd be kind of fun. You'd definitely get a nicer view. You got the whole side window in front of you. There's all buildings down there. Nice place to fly with the grub and goose too, huh? Look at that, that'd be a nice place to sit the goose. Oh yeah. That'd be a real pretty place to go down too. Yeah, so that hotel type complex is right up here on the right. It's like 1 o'clock. And the place where we're going to land is just past it. From here, that would be at about 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Alright, so we're just moving off a little speed here. I have such a bad habit of coming in so fast. I almost bounce so often. It drives me crazy because I know not to, I know how not to. But for some reason I don't pay attention as much when I'm landing. Because you get lackadaisical, right, in your habits. That wasn't too bad, I guess. Not too bad. So let's park it up here by the house. See, even got like a big hangar there for an airplane, it looks like. And let's shut it off and let's go ahead and get outside and I'll show you the view. Alright, so let's check my airplane first. I like to do that. I love doing that between flights, actually getting out and walking around. And because it's VR, I can actually do some of this as walking, which is really neat. So yeah, look at this paint job, isn't that sweet? There's a guy, I'll put the information in the description on the video, but it's available on flightsim.to. I love this logo on this plane. And it's part of a pack of about 6 or 7 liveries, I think. And just really, really nicely done. Very nice plane. I love the NX Monster NXCUB. That's also available on Flight Sim. So there's the house and here's the view, and come on and visit. Pilots are welcome. Hey, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the skies.